Alright, I think we are live. We are good indeed. Welcome, 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 everybody. What is going on? Jeff, what is up? Scarecrow, any good ninja bike build? I think I still have the main one that I use saved. I can show you in a sec. Let me get this shared around real quick. Got that. Let me put it over on Twitter. Raziel, hope I'm saying that right. What's going on? Welcome in. Smashing Countdown, that's where I'm about to be. It is the place to be. Rose, what's up? Yes, I will show it off, Scarecrow. Let me just finish posting this. Go it on Twitter, put it in Discord. Alright, we should be good. Roz is good? Perfect. Well, appreciate you being here. Casey, what's up? Busy day today, but wouldn't miss my Friday entertainment. Thank you. Things are good. It's been a bit of a slower week, but I'm ready for it to pick up next week. Because next week, we have the Season 11 finale, which is going to be awesome. At some point, the next PTS phase is coming up, so I'm ready for there to be some more stuff again. It'll be very good. I think I should still have it. Yeah, this is my favorite Ninja Bike PvE build that I've put together. Using the Dark Winter to get that perfect killer. Got all SMG stuff. That's the deal. Favorite exotic is the Eagle Bear. Call me boring, but I love it. Descent. What's up, Toast? Andrew, good morning. How you doing? So yeah, that's that. But where I want to at least start out the stream is I'm going to run some countdown because I have a very particular piece of gear I'm trying to get for a build I want to make with the start of the next season. If I don't get started now, then I might never get it going.
Invite to another agent's group.
Do that. I need to fix my controller profile because it's still set to my Call of Duty one, and that's not what we need right now. Always got to have the right buttons. There we go. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Recovering from a wreck I thought you said last week. Are you all good? I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope everything is alright there. Got 40 people in here, though. Welcome in, everybody. Nobody, what's going on? What up, what up? But yeah, like I said, it's been a Bit of a slower week, but next week I think we'll get some things rolling again, and it should be quite fun. Uh-oh. That looks like a bugged out countdown lobby to me.
Communication relay offline.
I've been really lucky. I haven't, even before they implemented the first like fix, I didn't really have too many issues with it, but this does not look good. Will it load me in once the round starts? Yes, but it's bugged out. Tough.
They triggered a lockdown.
We will try again. But how are people doing? What's everyone looking forward to right now? Ghost, thank you so much. Very kind of you to say. I hope you do as well.
You have received an invite to another agent's.
I think the new endgame of the DLC should raise the level cap and clean slate everybody. Honestly, I would love to empty my stash at this point. My personal preference on that kind of stuff is very different from, I think, the majority of people. The majority of people would hate that. Personally, I come from a background of playing games like World of Warcraft and Destiny, where those yearly things kind of do reset you. So I very much like those clean slate things. So if it were up to me, or if I didn't care about the majority, then yes, I would say I would want that. However, I don't think they're going to do it, primarily because, excuse me, we have stuff like SHD levels and expertise. And how do you, like, if people had invested all these time and resources into leveling up gear and then they just all got invalidated like that, I think people would be very upset. The only way I could see them doing it is if they offered some sort of new system where you could, what are they called in Destiny, where you like infuse stuff to a higher level. So if there were ways to take your level 40 gear and infuse it to the new level 50 cap or whatever it would be, I could see them doing that. But I just don't think they're going to do it overall. My guess is that they are stretched to the max getting the DLC content itself going, so to create a whole new progression system on top of that would probably be quite a lot of work. Not to say it's impossible, but I don't see it. But, like I said, if it were up to me, I do enjoy those clean slate things. Like, even in the Division 1, when we went from, like, 1.6 to 1.7, 1.7 to 1.8, it almost felt like a new game because you had to relearn, like, they made different balances to skill, power, and toughness, and all that, and I always liked those changes. Those refreshes. Quentin doing well. Doing very well. How about yourself? What do we got? Cooling tower and a reactor. Let's do cooling tower.
System restored.
What's up, Miss? Do you prefer playing Division on Xbox over PC? Yes. I don't. The only time I play on PC is for the PTS stuff. That's the only reason I even got a gaming laptop, is so I could participate in that. I don't play anything on PC. So yes is the answer to that. Too much leveling up. I don't think people have an issue with leveling up. I think the majority of people have an issue with their old gear being invalidated. Which, like I said, is something I don't take issue with, but a lot of people do, and in those circumstances, the devs obviously are going to look at the majority. Lucas, what's going on, man? With that shiny blue text you got there. Alright, I need a golden chess piece. Everybody give me all your best RNG luck here. I'm gonna need it. Gives them the opportunity to get rid of expertise and optimization for new level cap because those are clearly end-of-life systems. I just, like I said, I just don't think they'll do it. People would be infuriated if they spent that much time leveling those things up and then it got invalidated. Also, optimization, yes, they've said is an end-of-life feature. I don't know if they view expertise as that because it increases every time they add new stuff, and that's how they designed it, right? Like every season, the cap goes up because there's more gear to add. And when they added it in Season 9, Yannick was saying that was because when they realized the game was going to keep going, they were like, we need something new for people to chase. And so I think they designed it in such a way that it could be something people chase over the long term. Oh, I'm dead. Oh! That's what I get for trying to solo this. So like right there, Stilo says if they ever thought of doing a clean slate, he'd be gone. And like I said, even though I don't feel that way, you're very much not alone there. And the devs seriously would have to consider that if they were to ever think about doing something like that. I'm playing a dangerous game here. Whew. All right. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong there, Toast. I'm just saying I don't think the devs are going to do it, but we will see. I have a feeling their plan is to introduce other, from everything we've read so far about Season 4 and Seasons 2.0 and the DLC, I think they plan to introduce other ways to keep the game fresh other than just increasing the level cap, which is potentially new territory for this kind of a genre, but we'll see. I did not, Andrew. Let me look up here. Total the card in. Dang. I'm very sorry to hear that, man. That is super unfortunate. I hope that physically you all were mostly okay. But that sucks. Alright, over to admin. What's going on, Karazi? How's your Friday going? To me, 1,000 levels seems so overwhelming. Came back a week ago and played the first 6 months religiously. Yeah, it's weird because you're not the only person I've heard say that. I see a lot of people who think that the 1,000 levels is too much, but I don't know. For the amount of total power you get from the SHD watch, which is noticeable, but I wouldn't say it's game-changing. I'm fine with the SHD system. Some people have suggested at this point in time, they implement like a boost for new players. Like you get when you first hit level 40, you get like 250 levels, just kind of start you out and give you a little bit of a boost. I'd be fine with that. But overall, I feel like the first 1,000 levels is a good goal for people to have. Just personally.
Agent, you've reached the
Luis, cheers from Portugal. Thank you so much, man. Cheers from the US. Thanks for tuning in. What's up, Malside? How you doing? Got 70 people in here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you've not already and you want to support the stream and the channel, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button. But thanks for spending your time here on a Friday. I was saying a minute ago, been a bit of a slower week this week, but with the Season 11 finale next week, at some point the next PTS phase will be coming. We got a lot of stuff to look forward to. And I'm excited to get back into it. Whoa. I've got a bit of a more fun video planned for tomorrow that I don't usually do those types of things. I'm curious to see what people will think of it. I got all 3 objectives done. That's what I like to see. Kent, I was not working me last night. I kept playing the General Anderson mission. That is weird. It sounds like a dumb question, but you're sure that you chose the right node and not the Anderson one? Other than that, I don't know. I mean, there are still some connection issues with it, clearly. I had it just the previous round before this, so could be related to that. I'm not too sure. I'd be surprised if they raised the level cap. Yeah, for sure. Terry, what's up? I should probably actually start the objective instead of just mindlessly killing ads, but that's what the team is for, right? In the hospital for 3 days, but she's home now. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. I'm sorry you went through that. That's very, very unfortunate for anyone to have to go through. Who's ready for incursions? I can't wait, dude. I will tell you, although I think the majority of people are the most excited for the new DLC, and in terms of things that are a little bit closer and more tangible, I'm the most excited for the incursion out of anything they announced in Year 5. I think more will come out about it over time, but I think that thing is going to be very, very good. I'm really excited for it. Crazy thing is the airbags didn't deploy. Oh, God. Yeah, that's the worst. Well, I'm glad now, a week later, everything's better with it. Sorry I had to go through that. I feel like the watch was their way of time getting content. I don't know if I would say I think it was time gating. I mean, that's kind of what a lot of games do, where they just give you something to chase over time. I enjoyed the watch because it gave, after you complete the campaign, it gave you an actual long-term objective. But like I said, even once you max the watch out, it's not like your total amount of power gain was less than 10% probably. Maybe a bit higher, but still, it wasn't like you didn't go from nothing to suddenly you're a god just from your SHD level. Now the chat's scrolling. That's what I like to see. Let me go up here. It's going well. Just went to lunch. I'm happy it's Friday. Nice, nice. Is this already going?
System rebooted. Communications restored.
Karazi, absolutely. I always try and tell people that, like, you know, in times like these, if there's less things happening in the game, there's no harm in taking a break. In fact, breaks will more than often make you appreciate the game more when you return. You're like, oh yeah, Division's got a lot of great stuff, but anytime I see people who are like saying, they're like forcing themselves to play, it's like, what are you doing? Just take a break. No harm in that. I haven't gotten a single chest piece. That's all I need is a freaking golden chest piece. Mask, knee pads, holster, at the wazoo. Wonderful. Need Matador backpack battle with blue core and then all reds.
System malfunctioning.
I'm sending you all of my best RNG wishes. It took me a while to get that version. So excited for year 5. Me too, Cheryl. I think, at least compared to year 4, there's going to be some big changes and improvements. Who are you hoping we're going up against in the first incursion? Well, they confirmed it on the Division Day stream. It's against the Cleaners out at the Merit Estate, which makes me uber excited because the Cleaners are my favorite faction. So I think it's going to be really, really, really good. And I'm missing out on chats because we got a lot of people talking. Appreciate you all. Thanks to New York having expanded thoughts. Well, I think that's the popular theory that everyone's put forward, is that it's going to be in Brooklyn because of the Brooklyn Bridge photo. I'm not fully convinced. I mean, I think it could be that, or it could just as likely be somewhere else, and they threw that picture in as a misdirect. Wherever it is, I am excited for it. How would I go about getting blueprints for weapons gear sets? Came out during seasons I wasn't here for. To my knowledge, Casey, you can't. Unfortunately, I think that stuff is exclusive to those seasons' reward tracks, and as of right now, there's no way to access old seasons' rewards. So unfortunately, I don't believe you can. If I'm wrong about that, someone feel free to correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
System back online.
The incursion will have matchmaking.
Agent down. Neutralize that hunter.
What are incursions? They were an activity from the Division 1, which were basically 4-player raids, but their mechanics were not so complex that you couldn't do it without, you can do it with matchmaking. As long as people have a general idea of what they're doing, you don't need to communicate to be able to do it. But they were basically 4-player raids from the Division 1 that they're now bringing back in Division 2 for Year 5. In Year 5 Season 2, we are getting the first incursion for the game, which is going to be really exciting. Just bring the house to Division 2. That would be something. Dan, what's going on? Nice hazard protection build on the way. That new gear set in Year 5 Season 1 is going to be phenomenal for PvP. I'm very excited for it. Another chest piece. Alright, we got a whole 2 chest pieces in this whole run. That's how you know it's a good farm right there.
Low inbound to your location. Hold tight.
All is good indeed, Jay. It's going great. How are you? What I want to see most is a huge balance pass as well as Season 2.0. Activity rewards. This stuff is more worth doing. Well, the XP side of things is actually being tackled in a month with Year 5 Season 1. They're doing a rebalance to XP of activities across the game. But then apparently, as we went over in that recent video, the Seasons 2.0 thing is also going to do a greater look at activity incentive across the board. So I think throughout the course of Year 5, they're going to be looking a lot at that stuff, which is great. I was hoping years ago for New York City DZ, but I don't think that'll happen with the DLC. Unfortunately, I just don't think really any major PvP content is going to happen unless there's changes behind the scenes, because, you know, I've said many times before, the game no longer... Oh my god, I gotta make it. Huh! Red Storm is no longer on the game, and they always did the PvP stuff, and I just don't think they had the people. But we will see.
Thanks to you, the locals will have.
Yeah, Last Stand make a killing, yeah. Last Stand would be
Hunter.
great. But like I said, I don't see it, unfortunately. Add survival. If you saw one of the interviews with Yannick recently, he said that Descent was actually originally intended to be a bit more like Survival, where you would start out with nothing, kind of work your way up, but they thought that the roguelite mode kind of made more sense and worked better. I don't see them ever adding something that's a mimic of Survival in the Division 1, because that is, we now know pretty much exactly what the Division Heartland is doing, and I see no reality in which they would want to create that inter-franchise competition for no reason, right? So, I do not think Division 2 will ever see a real survival mode. I really do think we need a... I didn't even look at what I... Oh, I haven't deconstructed yet. I don't think any of these had what I wanted. I needed a golden chest with Obliterate, crit chance, and crit damage, which is very hard to get. I got super lucky and I crafted this one. It has Obliterate and crit damage. But I'll see if I can get lucky enough to get them all, because I need to roll weapon damage on there. There's a goal again. Over 90 people in here. Thank you all so much for hanging out and chatting. Hope you're having a good Friday. I really do think we need a Gear and Skills 3.0 bare minimum. They have to differentiate the similar skills better and dramatically change how skill mods work. We will see. Given everything else they've announced for Year 5, I don't know if something like that is on the table, but anything is possible, so who knows. It'd be awesome if they added a Div 1 style DZ in the New York map, larger DZ made 3 to 4 zones. It would absolutely be neat. I mean, any PvP stuff I would love. I love PvP. I just, being realistic, I just don't see it, which is too bad. Do you think they missed out on a huge opportunity when they didn't use Keener as a boss in a raid? Can you imagine killing Lich King or Illidan in a 5-man? On a conceptual level, would it have been really cool to have Keener in the campaign and then in a raid? Absolutely. What I think, though, is that at the time they were making Woni, they knew already that the game was going to wind down after Season 4. Because that was planned a long time before, as soon as they had that Star Wars deal, right? So I think they knew that there wasn't going to be another raid after Iron Horse. Because Iron Horse was originally meant to come out before Woni, like well before. And it got delayed like 9 months to June of that year. So I think they knew that there wasn't going to be a raid or any more big content like that, and so their only real option if they wanted to conclude the storyline was to do it in that mission. That's just my theory, at least. I don't know that for fact, but
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown.
it would have been very cool to do like a Taken King style deal, where you have Keener in the story and then he escapes or something and you face off in the raid one more time. Breaking the chest to your current build? No, it's for one I want to make in Year 5 Season 1. And I think it's going to be a very fun build. So I managed to snag myself a walker in here, stressed with Unbreakable and crit chance damage. That is another tough one. I don't think I have either yet. Would love to see a new raid with the DLC. I would too. However, I think given the fact that incursions are now coming to the game, I don't think we're ever going to see another raid again. I think incursions just make a lot more sense with the resource pool that the dev team has these days and more of what the player base wants these days. So, while it would be very cool, I don't think we're ever going to see another raid now that the incursions are back. What happened to the specialization rework that was supposed to be TU16? Well, they never gave a release date to it after they delayed it the first time. The most recent update we got on it, I made a video on a few weeks ago where Pale was saying that they've kind of moved away from doing the whole thing and are trying to kind of accomplish what they wanted to in other ways. It was kind of vague, but I think at some point throughout Year 5 we'll hear some sort about how they might still make some changes in that regard. On break currently, I feel like the manga DZ would be possible. Out of all the things they could do for PvP, I think another DZ would be possible, yes, because you don't have to actually like implement any new... The environment doesn't necessarily have to be PvP specific. There are new PvP rule sets they'd have to introduce. I just don't think they'll do it. I wish I was wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't. Jay Burney becoming a member and going straight up to being a Heartlander. Thank you so very much for that. That is incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you. I will get the video outro updated for tomorrow. And if this is your first time being a member, then be sure to join our Discord server and link your YouTube and Discord accounts, and you can get access to the private channel in there. But thank you so much for the support. That's super generous of you. Thank you, thank you. I mean, Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Invasion Mechanic, Renature of the player's worlds. Do you have any idea, Toast, how many people would be livid if their PvE world could be entered by other players? That would be the biggest controversy the Division has ever seen. There are people who can't stand the fact that you can PvP in the Dark Zone, and that's like what it's made for. So, that would not go over well in the slightest. Although it would be cool to see. I mean, the general premise of it is already there with, like, the rogue agent encounters at control points and main missions. Always felt like incursions are better than raids. I'd say it's about an even split. A lot of people like raids, a lot of people like incursions. So hopefully both of them offer a good experience. That's all I can hope for. Incursions fit the Division better, leave the raids to Destiny. I would say I mostly agree with that. I think incursions make a bit more sense. But I think Dark Hours, and especially Iron Horse really did raids well in the context of the Division. I love that raid. But yeah. Remember when Incursions was that in Div 1? Yeah, they were the four-player, like Malasite said, mini raids, basically. Concept of Incursions makes much more sense in the current state of the game. Yeah, I agree.
Rogue sniper turret detected.
House coming in with the $2 super chat. Thank you so very much.
Agent down.
Thank you for the support, man. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Very kind of you.
Hostile incinerator turret detected.
New legendary missions aim for your new enemy faction.
Striker drone detected.
I don't think there will be new legendary missions in Year 5, otherwise they would have announced them on the roadmap. New enemy faction, possible in the new DLC. I doubt it, but it's possible.
Hostile striker drone detected. Rogue assault turret detected. Hostile assault turret detected.
I do like that Resurgence has an open world, though. I would not object to that in Div 3 in the slightest. Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
When and if there is a Division 3, I think you'll see a lot of those ideas ported over.
Area secure.
You can head over to the cooling tower.
Alright, game. Don't give me any chess pieces. It's not like I need them. Gosh. What up, Andy? Excited to see what they do with your 5. I think this could be the swan song for the game. I find it very hard to imagine that they would go through all the trouble of rebuilding the entire team, making a new DLC, making Seasons 2.0 and redesigning the entire endgame if they were just going to drop the game entirely afterwards. Could they shift focus to start making Division 3 after this? Totally possible. But in some regard, I think there will be a continuation to Division 2 after Year 5. If not a full-on Year 6, then just something to take advantage of all the work they've now done to bring the game back, you know?
Oh, that worked. Now that the pressure is stabilized, we need to shut off that steam.
Oh, a final assault on the Black Tusk HQ would be perfect for a raid, for sure. I mean, I'm hoping that's what this new DLC is about. Because if they want to properly conclude the current storyline we have with the seasons, it needs to be in its own new areas, new missions, all that. And that's what this new DLC is the chance for them to do. So I'm really hoping that is the main story of the DLC. But we'll see. The flip side to that is a lot of people, in a lot of games, people don't like when raids and those types of content are involved with the story, because if people don't have the opportunity to engage with that content, then they miss out on the story. So I think that's always been kind of a push and pull with different games over time, trying to figure out that balance. Think there'll be a Year 6 for Division 2? If I had to bet $10 on it, I would say yeah. Like I said, I think they put too much. Ubisoft and Massive and Bucharest have put too much in at this point to just move on. Unless the plan is to actually shift to making Division 3, and they announced that at the end of Year 5. That's possible. But I think it's more likely we see a Year 6.
Great. Now that's under control. You just need to vent the remaining steam, and you should be good to go.
New player here. Welcome, Jose. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
Ultron Keener.
Science critical.
I honestly wish the Nemesis thing in Descent was actually Keener. I guess that was just something they made for the trailer. But it could still be happening. I don't know. Yeah, thanks so much, Bernie. How are you doing today? How's your Friday going?
Move to extraction point.
Learning a lot. Thank you. No problem at all. Super happy to hear
Flores
it.
is waiting for your signal. Shoot off a flare when you're ready to come home.
Do I really want to go around this whole thing and get all that loot? It's the responsible thing to do. Guess I will. The first incursion did one with so much fun we hacked the wall outside the map. Yeah, that was quite a time. I mean, what's cool is that you can very much see over time the progression in the devs' understanding of how to do that kind of content. Because if you compare Falcon Lost to Stolen Signal, which are the first and last incursions, there is such a big leap in understanding and depth of mechanics and fights and all that stuff. And then obviously you saw it carried forward to Dark Hours, and then Iron Horse I would say is way more of a challenging and interesting raid than Dark Hours is. And so with everything we know about the incursion for this game coming up, I think all of those learnings are just going to go into making the best experience possible, and I'm really excited for it.
Systems disrupted.
Agent down.
Doing what, Division 3? I still very much want Division 3. I hope and I think one day that is where they're leading.
Immediate medical assistance.
Agent down.
But whoa, everyone just got wiped.
Incapacitated.
But until the team at Massive is fully wrapped up with Star Wars, I don't think there will be any major moves on Division 3.
Another agent has been promoted to group leader.
seems like he was paring down their entire operation to just a few franchises and focusing there. Scott, I would agree with you. From what they've said and what their actions are showing, that seems to be the case. Yeah. Which, yeah, sucks for people who are fans of the unlucky franchises, but for us Division fans, it does seem like it's going to end up being pretty nice. Yo! What's going on, Sagat?
Rogue hive detected. Hostile hive detected.
110 of you in here hanging out. Thank you so much. If you've not already, we're only 4 likes away from 50 likes. If you want to support, feel free to hit it, but thank you for being here.
System disrupted.
So when is Year 5 and what about Heartland? Year 5 is dropping in approximately a month. They said early June. And then Heartland is having a closed beta this summer. And I think that all but confirms that it will release before 2023 is out. When, I don't know, but I think it will, almost for sure. Don't try and heal up now. Yeah. Is someone gonna call this thing in? You got it, villain? Yes.
Torres is on her way.
There's so much happening. I'm trying not to die.
Ready for extraction.
Alright, I'll catch up on chat once I extract. Try not to let the team down here. Oh, I want to get those name drops. And we out. Bye-bye. All right. JB, it is going fantastic. How you doing today?
You kept the lights on. This entire region owes you a debt of gratitude that they can never repay.
When I play it when I'm in my
Thank you,
40s, I'm
Agent.
20 for reference. Yeah, I'm the same as you. I hope it goes on for the long term. And look, I think given the fact that, like, I don't know if everyone realizes that the
Safe area
game has
detected.
pretty much gone through the worst circumstance you can imagine, which is that a live game went through a, how long was it? 15-month content drought in between the end of Season 4 and the start of Season 9. 15 months. Nothing new came out. There was one mini holiday event. There were season reruns. But 15 months. And enough people came back to Season 9 that they automatically greenlit Year 5, and now we're getting all this new stuff with a revamp to the end game and a new DLC. The game literally, like, came back from the brink of death, and I think that that proves that pretty much nothing can stop the Division except for Ubisoft deciding to stop supporting it. So there are reasons to be optimistic. Karazi, thank you for the good luck, and have a great night. Peace, peace. Or day. It's still morning. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm biased, but I wish they were not working on Avatar and Star Wars. It is unfortunate for us. I mean, at least in the last 2 years it was. But, and I said this in a video before, it's very hard to blame Ubisoft for doing it, because those are some, like, very, very high potential properties that could make them a ton of money and very much help them out in their current financial situation. And I did a whole video in this where I went over it. Like, out of all the studios they have, Massive was like one of the easiest choices for them to trust in making both of those, because of how proficient and beloved the Division is. So it did suck for us for a while. Luckily, I think we're kind of on the other side of that now that we have more stuff going on. But hopefully afterwards they can, you know, come back to Division. Jersey always got the updates. No problem, Miguel. Thanks for tuning in. Heartland seems to be more PvP. Doesn't seem too fair for us PvE players. Well, even if that were the case, Trabai, which I do not think it is, and I'll talk about that in a second, you do have to consider that for PvP players, we haven't had anything new since 2019. The last time a conflict map got added to the Division 2 was 4 years ago. So, if you want to talk about fairness, I think PvP players deserve some love too. But, that said, we do know that Heartland has very much both sides of the coin because they talked about this day-night cycle, and it confirms in some of the information we got about it that daytime content in Heartland is entirely PvE. There is no PvP during the daytime content. Once it switches to nighttime, that is when PvP is enabled, and that stuff can happen. So even though PvP does seem central to the Heartland experience, there is very much still going to be an offering of both for whichever you prefer. Just chilling and eating food while I watch? Nice. Well, thank you for being here. I'm 52 and want to be buried with my controller while still playing. Because I want to keep the Snowdrop engine alive. Snowdrop has advanced incredibly since the Division 2. I don't know if everyone realizes that. Also, what's up, Sweet? How you doing? Do you have a video on the build you're running right now? I do. I can link it. Give me a sec. Already asked this, but how do you think Division 2 will sustain after the launch of Heartland? I think both will find their audiences and both will continue to thrive. Personally. There will be an overlap of people who play both, but I think both are also going to find their own audiences. What's up, Ramon? We've been live for about 45 minutes.
We need to remove the virus from the control servers and restore comms.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated.
Hey, Phoenix, how's it going? Alright, I finally caught up on chat. Let me link you that build really quick.
System malfunctioning.
It is has been my favorite PvE build for a minute, at least for like heroic stuff.
System reactivated.
There you go. The build I'm using is in the chat, and I pinned it at the top, so it'll be there if you need the link. Is the day-night cycle going to be real-world day-night cycle? I don't think they have said either way, but I highly doubt it. That would be odd if they forced people who want to do nighttime stuff to play after hours, so I doubt it. I think they're similar to, you know, Division 1 and 2. The day-night stuff takes place over the course of, what, like 40 minutes or something? I think that's more realistic. So on Tuesday, new Manhunt. Yep. Tuesday is the Season 11 finale, which I'm really excited for. It's been hyped up a lot. And I am going to be streaming that. Definitely looking forward to that. Let's go to lab. I haven't been to lab yet. Michael, how's it going, man? Sunny Scotland, glad to hear it. I wish it was sunny here. It is not quite. Have you? Probably not. It's probably not there yet. But have you gotten your shirt yet? And I'll shout it out if anyone missed it. Last stream we announced that RogueGold merch is now a thing. We had some people win the giveaways, had some people order stuff, and if you want to check it out, there is a link in the description to it.
Protect the engineer.
What's up, Paul? Challenging Spare to get loot and stuff for Rogue. What do you think? Well, at least on Countdown, I prefer challenging because I think the distribution between difficulty and reward is better, leads to more success than Heroic Countdown. Heroic Countdown can be a struggle, matchmaking sometimes, if you get unlucky with your group. And so I just think there's a higher success rate and not enough incentive. Like, Heroic does give you better stuff and more credits. It's not enough to warrant the extra risk for me. At least casually. Like, if I'm going with a team, then yeah, I'll probably do Heroic, but... Clearly nobody came here. I thought this is where people were going to end up, but... It's alright, we can solo it. Peek up. You're one shot. Lucas coming in with a gifted membership going to Karazi. Lucas, thank you, man. Y'all are too kind. Thank you, thank you. That was great. Did anyone see that? The guy shot a rocket into his own teammate's back. That was fantastic right there. That was fantastic. Someone needs to clip that, or I can go make a short out of it from the VOD. Alright, I fell behind on chat a bit. Let me finish that. Owen, it's going great. How you doing? Xbox handle? It is Dopiest Inc. It was the one that that Xbox gave me back on my 360, and I changed it to just take away the numbers they put after it. But it was an Xbox generated one that I've always been fond of, so I've just kept it as that. There's no story behind it. Have you heard anything on the vest that shows the completion reward? It is just a cosmetic vest. They have confirmed that it's cosmetic, so it's like one of the ones you would get nowadays in an apparel event. It'll be a skin that you can put on. Wow, that was some good accuracy while I was running around there in that rocket. Yeah. This is gonna be a vanity chest piece. Alright, once I finish this, can I pick it up? Sorry, I'm trying not to fall behind on chat too much here. As always, if I miss any of your chats, feel free to resend them. Sometimes it gets backed up. Not yet, be here soon, hopefully in time for the concert. Hey, nice. Gonna wear it to a concert, that's a high honor. Well, alright, I should probably go do the other terminal. Gotta get back. Kozik, thank you for hanging out as always in chat and appreciate you. Have a good rest of your Friday. It's me, lol. Good morning to you. How you doing? Devil, what's going on? All is well indeed. It's going great. Yeah, VIP is not the spot. Where should I farm protection from elites mods? I mean, Countdown obviously lets you choose mods to target. The odd place that I think everybody always agrees you can get good mods is in legendary missions. I don't know if there's a science to that or if it's just like totally random, but I've always had really good luck there. But the sensible place is targeted loot like Countdown. Trying to go on Heroic to get those high rolls. That would be my recommendation. Sagat coming in with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Just showing my support. Well, I greatly appreciate it. Quick question. Status effects, does it affect ongoing directive? Yes. If you're talking about the bleed from ongoing directive, having more status effects will make the bleed from ongoing last longer. Because you're applying a bleed. and that is all affected. So 100% yes. But thank you so much for the generosity, man. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Data transfer halted. High-risk target.
Don't want to give the number of times I've chem launched myself. We've all done it. When do you think the new season releases in June? There's really no great indication, but they did specify on the Division Day thing early June, so I'm thinking the first Tuesday, which I think is the 6th. I don't think it would be. The next week is Ubisoft Forward. And there's nothing saying they couldn't do it the same week, but I just feel like it's going to be out before then. Because that's like on the 12th. So I think June 6th is a Tuesday. And that's my best guess as of right now. Going to admin. Is the chatterbox worth getting anymore? You know, the chatterbox is always a lot of fun, and it can be really good in certain pieces of content. I wouldn't say it's as universally good as something like the, you know, Scorpio or the Memento. Like, it's not one of those top tier exotics, but it can definitely be good, depending on like what content you want to use it in. Like, using a Chatterbox Hunter's Fury build on, like, main missions can be really fun. What is that number next to your gun when you're scoped? That is the talent, so it's the AR display for the Eagle Bearer talent, which is showing how much of a damage reduction I'm going to have for the duration of tenacity. And the more hits I get, the closer it gets to 100% before I get a headshot kill, and then it applies. So it's just the usual AR display that they have for any talent in the game, except it's for the Eagle Bearers one.
Trojan virus detected.
I know it's your favorite job. Need you to search the control room and find the server.
Gotta love some good old hipfire. Heard Ubisoft having a beta for Heartland on PC, not sure about consoles. Yeah, they did clarify in like all the Division Day media that the beta for Heartland this summer is PC only, it would seem. They called it the PC closed beta. So it would seem like that is going to be the case.
Communication system shutdown initiating. Override safety protocols to cancel.
What's your opinion on the new game mode? I think it's plenty fun. I made some videos on it. You can go check out my thoughts, but I think it will offer a different experience for Div 2 compared to other stuff, and I think people are going to have fun with that. There's kind of a long-term incentive to it. They're going to add collectibles every week, at least in Season 1. There's going to be some leaderboard rewards you can go for. So I think it's going to, you know, be a good complement to the rest of what we have in the game. Is it going to reinvent things and, you know, bring in a million new players? No, but it'll be fun. See, right now I'm immune to everything, so I already got 3 kills with it. Can't take any more damage. If you can control the tenacity buff, it's a lot of fun. If you can't, that's when it gets annoying. U5 release on Diablo 4 release date. That would be something. You know, I used to be concerned about that stuff, but we've seen them release updates right in the busy parts of months and years, and it doesn't seem to really affect much. So even if it is that close, I'm not too worried. Still can't get used to the recoil of the EB. It definitely takes a while, but after a few years, like I have with it, it's just kind of second nature. Can't wait for Heartland new update for Division 2. Me too, man. The next year of Division stuff is going to be awesome. We got Year 5 starting. Then we got Heartland releasing Year 5 Season 2 with the Incursion. Season 3, go back to New York. Season 4, got the new DLC. Assumedly, Heartland's going to have some post-launch stuff, seasons and all that. Like, once the ball gets rolling, it's going to roll. And I'm really excited for that. Alright, this is not my day to farm, clearly. I'm getting so few chess pieces. Ridiculous. There.
Good work, Agent. You saved
No shot. I just had to complain and it gave me that. Dude, if that was freaking crit damage, that would this is the chess piece I needed. Dang. Could I use it with armor? That's such a good roll. We're keeping that. I just have to complain. Now I know. I can just tell the game it's being dumb and it'll give me what I want. Streamer loot confirmed? No, listen. Listen. That's hilarious. That's such a good roll. Maybe I'll try a version of it with that build with armor. Because that's a maxed out roll. That's like exactly... Dang. That's crazy. I like the build. I can't seem to find the Fenris roll double crit. So I can roll armor on it. It is that's a hard one to get. You just have to get really lucky to get that's what I'm trying to get right now with the obliterate chess piece, and that's why it's so hard to get a good roll, because you have to get 3 rolls correct, right? You got to get both attributes and the talent to roll right so that you can roll the core attribute. But yeah.
An agent needs assistance.
They're fighting a hunter back here? What are you guys doing?
Serious trauma detected.
Okay, I don't want him to heal. That's why I was trying to rush him now. Jeez. Do you have a build for system corruption? You know, I tried to make a fun system corruption build not too long ago, and I really just couldn't. I mean, it's not a bad set. You can do well with it, especially in PvP, but it needs some love. They talked a while ago about that potentially being one they were going to give some reworks to, and so I hope we see that at some point in Year 5.
System restored.
Do you think we're going to work with one of the factions? Well, we already are with the True Sons as of the current story, so yes. That's a lot of loot. Let's just pick that all up en masse.
Helo is ready when you are. Shoot a flare to signal tourists.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll maybe make a version of that build with two. I was gonna just do 1 blue, but since I got an armor roll on that, that's so high, I could just roll crit damage and keep it. That's such a good... I can't believe I got that. Alright, don't hype the Slayer up for anybody who doesn't know about it. Its talent can be good, but it's a meme gun. I don't mean to hurt your feelings, Lucas. Question to veteran Div 2 agents, are we able to play the past year in seasonal content? You can't play the entirety of the manhunts. I can't show them here. We're currently on season 11 and there's a manhunt tied to that. You can't play the entirety of the season 9 and 10 manhunts, but in the season 11 reward track and for any future seasons, it gives you the option to unlock, well, it does unlock once you get to 100, you unlock all of the previous season's main missions that you get at the very end of the season. So that is the part that you can still play. If you do the current season story, or not even story, just the reward track for it, I'll show it in a second when I load out of here. But you can unlock all of the past season's main missions, so you can play those and at least get a sense of what you
I'm
missed.
impressed. I was pretty sure we're gonna.
Safe area entered.
I'll summon the waffle lady, oh boy. So here. That's not what I want. If we look back in here, you'll see like here, rank 68, you permanently unlock the season 1 prime target mission. Every season gives you all of the previous ones. So you have season 1 there, you get the season 2 one at rank 63, you get season 3 at 58, all of that. Season 4, 9, and 10. And so once you unlock that, then you can just go and play the mission and get a sense of the story. So Gat coming in with another super chat, streamer that confirms streamer's complaints answered. If you want to start a petition over that, I wouldn't blame you. That was pretty crazy. Thank you again for the support, man. Very generous of you. That was wicked timing that I was like, not my day, and then it just drops. Such good rolls too, like maxed out. Dang. We'll check the other chess pieces, but I don't think we got any that were nearly that good. Don't argue with the waffle lady. That's just asking for trouble indeed. I've been working on a decent high yellow core, high blue core capacitor build for PvP. Interesting. I have not tried anything in that realm. You'll have to let me know if it ends up being good. Will there be a way to get the ninja backpack without getting it in the season pass? Yes, Lauren. So the way that stuff works is that as soon as a season ends, the current exotics that are in it immediately go to the general loot pool. So both the ninja bike, that is at 90, and the Sacrum Imperium at 85. As soon as season 11 ends, you can just go to targeted backpack content or targeted marksman content, and there's a chance for those to drop. So that's your best bet there. Good evening to yourself, Carl. How you doing? Welcome in. Michael coming in with the 5 gifted memberships like an absolute legend. Thank you, dude. Casey rules, Rob, Swede, and Nova. Just hanging around here, Nova. Didn't say anything. Welcome to Rogue Studios. Drop Michael a thank you in the chat below. Michael, as always, that is super kind of you. I appreciate the generosity, dude. Thank you, thank you. You all the best. Not much else I can say. It's great news. I just returned to playing Div 2 after Season 2. Well, welcome back. That is quite the break indeed. But yeah, you can catch up on those things. What should I got that chess piece now. I feel like I've kind of accomplished my goal. Should I hit some DZ? You guys want to see solo DZ? Should I run some... I don't even know. Main mission? Kind of thinking a little DZ. Exotic component farm in the DZ. By doing a board, yeah, it's a good way to spend time. Is Kenley open? No. Joke's on you, Lucas. Otherwise, they probably would have been compelled to go there, but it is not. Oh my goodness, we have manhunts and rogues. Oh my. All right, let me catch up on the chat though before we dive in here. Other videos. Can I ask why Xbox is so dead for new players when trying to raid? When trying to raid, where are you looking? Are you talking about like the Xbox LFG thing you can use? I don't know. Raids are not the most populated part of the endgame. Pretty much everything you can find groups for, though, including the raids if you look at certain communities online. I'm on Xbox, and I jump into casual raids sometimes. Now I have the green name tag. Indeed you do. Indeed you do. Thank you again, Michael. Can you get the Eagle Bear just from DZ and Raid, or is it still in the general loot pool? So Carl, the Eagle Bear was exclusive to the Raid, and the only other place you can now get it is from the Dark Zone. Those are the only two places. It is not out in the general loot pool. You have the best chances from the Raid, and a very small chance to get it from the DZ. Just started playing a week ago. Found your channel straight away. It's been a massive help. Thank you. Twist, thank you so much for saying that, and welcome to the game. Always super awesome to see new people jumping in, and I really hope you're enjoying it. Didn't know there's someone right behind me.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Champs, nigga. I'm Champs, nigga. What up?
Yo, yo, yo. Alright, well, I didn't really want to come in and just PvP. Let's go do some of these. If I wanted to PvP, we'll hit some conflict later. Like the DZ build, just can't get the finish stressed. It is probably, out of this one, it's the hardest part to farm. So it will take you a while. There's no way around that. But since this version has only 4 blues, you could very well have a walker piece with armor here and get offenders with, and just keep the weapon damage. It's not a requirement that the cores be in the exact spot they are. It's just that you have the same number. Or like I always say in my videos, you try out the ones that the distribution that you like. Just because I have it set up a certain way doesn't mean you have to do it that way. Target loot in south, it is Hunter's Fury. Which is not what I need, but fortunately chests don't matter. What are you doing out here? He's the champ, don't mess with him, apparently. When the Paladin Rise and the D-Zone will be the same. You mean the new the new gear set? I'm not sure why people are calling it the Paladin. It's the name of it, at least in the PTS, was the Cavalier. I think maybe Paladin was a secondary name it had in there. But yes, it is going to be really, really nice. I'm super excited for it. Oh, Striker Live, what's up, Slack? Slack, I was answering your message earlier in Discord. I'm not sure what you meant by what media I'm using. I appreciate the compliment, but I wasn't sure if you were talking about like the intros or outros of the videos or what.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
In Epic's video there that he talked about exotics working in tandem, such as the new air on the holster, you might see exotic gear sets. I mean, it's possible they did that in the Division 1. You had exotic pairs. The Hilder in the ear, the Devil in the heel, the Liberator in the Centurion. So it's something they've done before. I would be down to see more of those in the future. Not necessarily, like, I don't think every new exotic needs to be part of a pair, but if they want to do that from time to time, that'd be cool.
additional hostile contacts.
So use like a Fenris backpack in a different chest. You could. I mean, that's the. Here, I'll show you after the. Let me clear this first, and then I'll show you.
Contaminated gear.
Ads on every side. Oh yeah, jump down. Chest is up there somewhere.
Landmark cleared.
So, Ramon, the point is, and this is with any build, unless you're using a specific named item, like for example, the Catharsis, the Picaros, the Foxes, obviously there's only one of that piece, so that has to be in that slot. But on any build, it doesn't matter what slot a certain piece is in. All you care about is you're getting the brand bonuses, right? So, even though here I have a Fenris chest piece with AR damage and all of this, as long as you have it somewhere, it could be a Fenris glove, and you're still getting the same brand bonus, and you could have a Walker chest piece with the same rolls and have the exact same effect. Also, because I'm only using 4 blue cores and 2 reds, you could have your other blue over here and have a red chest piece as long as it has the same secondary attributes and talent, right? You can mix and match all of that stuff. It's just about the end result and what total amount of bonuses you're getting. DZS soloing with a good build, such a defeating experience sometimes. It is definitely
Now detecting contaminated
that.
gear.
Full John Wick mode. That's what I like to do in the DZ, you know. Oh, I missed it. I don't think I got an exotic component from there, though. Oh, you answered back. Cool. The intros, the clips of the hunters and the thumbnails. Oh, well, thank you. Everything I do 100% myself. The only things for the channel that I've not done myself are like the artwork for the channel member stuff. I contracted somebody to do that. The banner for the channel was done by somebody else, but everything, all the thumbnails and everything I do myself. That stuff was not from a press kit. That stuff is all, like the intro stuff is all from cinematics for the game that they played over time. I just search them up on YouTube and get the old footage from those. Or for the thumbnails is just concept artwork that's been published before that I find on Google Images, and I tune it up all myself. I took a lot of time to kind of research how to make those kinds of thumbnails, so it is all completely free stuff, and it was all 100% me. And I appreciate the kind words about it. I'm glad you like it.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
What's going on down here? You here to farm, or you here to... Little sus. Might come flag on me. Oh no, he probably just went and grabbed the chest. He just took my he swiped it. Hang on, we can't let... Hang on. I know where you're going next. You're gonna try and get this one too. And I ain't gonna stand for it. I ain't gonna stand for that. You don't get to swipe my DZ chest and just run away. I was like, why is he just standing there? But then I thought that's exactly where the chest is. Oh, we made it in time.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Legit. Cinemax, why did I not think of that? Great tip. Thumbnails look amazing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely does. I mean, my thumbnails used to be incredibly basic, so it does take some dedication to try and learn how to spice them up, but the information's all out there. YouTube is a incredible resource for just about anything you could hope to learn.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Evening to you as well. So weird hearing you talk at 1x speed. I was listening to YouTube at 2x. I commend you. The amount of people even today that tell me I talk too fast in my videos. And it's so funny. Like, naturally I talk pretty fast. Like, I'll totally admit that. But especially like this year, I've definitely tried to slow down. And I feel like I made some progress there. But I still get people telling me that I talk way too fast. I'm like, I don't know how. I physically can't talk slower. I just feel stupid if I'm like drawing out my words. I don't know. I don't know if everyone realizes you can set the speed on videos to 0.75. Maybe they need to do that, but to listen to me on 2x, I commend that. Hey Dirt, how's it going?
Pop.
Now that's a John Wick finish right there. If I do say so myself.
Landmark cleared.
I'm working on my editing skills in the future. Nice. Yeah, it's taken me... I've been doing this consistently for a few years, and it's taken the entirety of that time to continue to improve on stuff, so it's not something that can happen overnight. And I wish you the best of luck in continuing to improve there. Any new raid coming to Div 2? I'm new to this game. Well, welcome. Hope you're enjoying. New raids I don't think we'll see. However, they have announced that we are getting an incursion in Year 5 Season 2, which are basically a little bit toned down versions of raids. They're 4-player raids, basically. So we are getting one of those in Year 5. But I do not think we're going to see any more 8-player raids in the future of the game. That's not confirmed, that's just my opinion, since we are getting incursions.
Contaminated gear detected. Now detecting contaminated gear.
That's the funny thing is, like, I mean, everyone has different levels of, you know, comprehension, and English isn't everybody's first language, so I totally understand someone talking too fast, but especially when YouTube offers you the ability to manually turn up and down the speed of a video you're watching, I find it super funny how pressed people get about that stuff. And like my early videos, if I go back and listen to them, I can definitely understand where I'm talking a bit too fast, where I'm just like spitting out thoughts, and there is a certain flow that you have to get to. But at this point in time, I feel like I've hit that pretty well, at least for myself. But yeah, the other day it was on like the recent discussion video about Seasons 2.0. Someone left a comment. Someone thought that a person was recapping what I had said, even though that's what they were doing. They were like sharing their own ideas. And they responded saying, "Thank you. This guy talks way too much and way too fast." And I'm just like, it's a discussion video. What do you want me to talk for half of it and just leave the rest for gameplay? Like, I don't know what you want me to do there. So that was pretty funny. But it's all in good fun. Everyone's always going to have their opinions. Nothing you can do about that.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Life's too short for that shit. I agree. Completely agree.
Contaminated gear detected.
Criticism is always welcome, but some people can never be pleased.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
I'm not getting too many exotic components, I can tell you that. And I can't even open this chest. It's too bad.
Landmark has been cleared.
So I have to you for being able to play as good as you do while talking, keep up with everything. It's definitely an acquired skill. Took a while to practice it, but thank you. I try, because you know that's what makes an engaging stream, is to be able to do all that. It definitely helps that I play a game that I'm already so familiar with. Like if I were playing a game that was brand new to me, I'd have a lot of a harder time doing it, because I can very much kind of play in the back of my mind, if that makes sense. Like I can kind of put it on autopilot while I read and think and talk. Just because I'm so familiar with all this stuff. You're the guy who's stealing. Yeah, you foamed yourself. How'd that work? How'd that work? You went and foamed yourself off the bat. And you missed. You only had 2 shots of that thing and you missed both of them. I'm taking those components. Stop stealing my chests. Final warning. Sometimes you gotta just lay down the law. And especially if you're going to use riot foam, don't miss. Don't be one of those. I'm waiting for him to pop out of that door. Do you ever co-stream with other Div 2 players? Do you mean like... What do you mean by co-stream? Like with comms or just playing with people? There's why I have an 80% Hasbro build. Yeah. It is good to have a Hasbro build in the slot. I'm definitely going to make a Cavalier build as soon as that set releases. It's going to be great. I want Heartland so bad, me and you both. It's going to be, like, without a question, the most fun and most exciting thing I'll have been able to cover in my time doing YouTube stuff. Like, I was around when Warlords launched. That's when I was first really starting out in the months leading to Warlords. And so I was there, but I had no idea what I was doing. I was uploading random stuff. I mean, obviously it did well, and, like, that was... Warlords is really kind of what gave me my channel the first, like, push. But the amount of things that I've learned since then and just, you know, everything that's happened, I'm really, really, really excited for Heartland. Of course, for the game itself, but also for the types of things that I can do on here now. It's going to be really fun. After hitting 40, what build should I go for? You know, I would say... Oh, tardigrade. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. What build you should go for, I would say, is entirely up to what builds you like playing. There's really no right way to play the game. Do you want to do heroic content? Do you want to do PvP? Do you want to do raids? All of those have different kinds of builds that you can use in there, and different kinds of builds that fit to different playstyles. Do you like using skills? Do you like using guns? I mean, it's very, very open-ended. If you want to lay out some of your goals with the game, I can try and give you a recommendation. First time on your stream. What's up, Pablo? Thank you for tuning in. Wanted to ask you, is it better to farm in the DZ, like more profitable than elsewhere? Not necessarily. Yeah, like Slack is saying, Countdown is probably the best way to just straight up get loot. What the DZ offers you is some exclusive items, and exotics in that sense. You can also get exotic components from the DZ caches. I just like the DZ because I like to PvP, frankly. The Division 1 Dark Zone was way better for being like that endgame farming spot. The Div 2 DZ has some perks, but overall there are more efficient places to farm, I would say. But like Slack says, you do get a good amount of XP in the DZ. You can still get a lot of loot. It's really just about what you're looking for.
Ambush detected.
Ambush. Need to ask Morton how to get the new AR. I think pretty much any new exotic these days that comes out with these seasons is tied to the season track. So I can say with 99% certainty that the engine and the new holster will be on the Year 5 Season 1 reward track. Especially since we're only getting 2 exotics now, which is a bummer. It's a bummer that we've gone down to 2 exotics and that we're not getting new regular high-end weapons anymore. Really wish that wasn't the case, but... But yeah, it is pretty crazy that the new AR has 70 rounds. That's going to be very nice for certain build types. I can't even see the dog I'm shooting at. There we go.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Is the Nemesis in the general loophole? The first time you get it, it is part of a quest or a project. So the first time you do need to do it that way, there are a lot of guides on YouTube that can tell you to do that. After you get it for the first time, then it's in the general loophole. Mallory's here now. What's going on, Mallory? How you doing? What are you doing up there? Just chilling?
Now detecting contaminated gear. Incoming hostiles detected.
I'm on Xbox. That's my platform.
Rogue striker drone detected.
HDR shouldn't show up in the stream, because otherwise it would be all grayed out, right? I have it disabled so that it's only in my thing. I love HDR.
Hostile airburst seeker mine detected.
I've played both ways. I mean, obviously I played Div for a long time before I had HDR, and I love how it looks. But I don't think that should be visible on the stream. I could be wrong, though. Oh my goodness. Too many things here. Sensory overload.
Immediate
Jeez,
medical
dude.
assistance needed.
Don't. Oh.
Agent down.
I saw that gap at the last second.
Agent deceased.
Dang. That's tough.
Safe area.
Anyone know how to fix the visual bugs with the gear? I do. I can show you in a second.
Dark zone.
Do you think in some part PvP players ruined or from Div 1 ruined the chance of PvP in Div 2? Ruined the chance of PvP in Div 2 because better PvP in Div 2? I would say no. I don't. I mean, any PvP game
Engaging land.
has toxic individuals. Any. And Red Storm have been making PvP long before Division, so I don't think that that really influenced them at all. I think PvP in Div 2, they tried to balance it, quote unquote, but I don't think their idea of... I forgot I even had the tardigrade.
Contaminated gear.
I don't think their idea of balancing was the right way to handle it.
Contaminated
And we'll see if they've learned that at all for Heartland. But no, I don't think players' actions in the DZ had much impact on Div 2 PvP development. Yes, you can fix the backpack thing. I will go over in a sec.
landmark cleared. Now detecting contaminated gear.
All right, backpack glitch. When does it bug it out? It's like when you switch instances. How can I demonstrate it well when it's not screwed up? Here's the general premise. Let's say I'm using an exotic. Let's say my memento has the wrong look on here. Like right now. Perfect. It looks like the wrong thing. All you have to do, if it's an exotic, you find the backpack in your inventory that looks like that. It's this one. And then you go here and you just unequip it. And then it's back like that. If it's another high end, let's say I have, is any of them the arrow backpack is always the bugged out one. Let's say this was the wrong look. You just go in and unequip and equip it. If it was like this, you just unequip it and then it would go back. It would be easier to demonstrate if it was actually the right thing, or if it was actually bugged out, but that's all you have to do. Is the summit still a good place to farm? Totally. You can choose your own target loot. You can do that stuff. Countdown is more efficient, but if you want a better solo-oriented experience, definitely Summit's still good. Oh, no, there's not a permanent fix. No, sorry. Just until it happens again. King's in here. What's going on, man? I know it happened a while ago, and I don't know if you've been in a stream since then, but huge congrats on 1,000 subs, dude. That's awesome. It's been really cool to see your stuff growing as fast as it has. I hope you're having fun with it.
System curtailed. System reactivated. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Alright, I need to extract after this. Still got that tardigrade. All these boxes are closed anyway. It's a lame server. Are they even back there? No, they spawned below me. I didn't even know that was a spawn point.
Contaminated gear detected. Incoming hostiles detected.
When will double XP come back? It'll be on Tuesday with the release of the new target. It'll have that thing enabled where the first 15 levels are double XP. I was always told to put the smallest backpack on the DZ because it makes smaller hitbox. Not sure how true that is. I'm not sure either. I mean, I've never... I could just go and test it. I just haven't really cared to. I think at the end of the day, there are going to be things more impactful in your PvP proficiency than your backpack hitbox. But if that is true to any degree, then if you want the small little advantages, then that definitely helps. I just don't like large backpacks in general, so I probably just lucked out in that regard.
Gear detected. Landmark cleared.
Is double XP for normal leveling up as well? It'd be nice to get to the end game quicker. It is not, unfortunately. It is only for... You have to have seasons unlocked, which is a level 40 thing. Alright. Let us... I don't need any of this. Get rid of all that, and we will extract this tardigrade. And then probably do a conflict game or two to close out the stream. Appreciate everybody hanging out for all this time, though. Still got over 100 people. If you have not already, we are getting a little bit close to 100 likes. If you want to support the stream and boost the algorithm a bit, do your thing. But I appreciate everyone being here. Yeah, no problem, King. How has the Twitch streaming been going? Thank you, Willie. Appreciate it. And just like that, the likes jumped up a bunch. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Well, I would say that was a mildly disappointing DZ haul. Only got one exotic, which will turn into a component, but I can't complain because I did get that chest piece in Countdown, which was
Extraction helo. Almost within range.
god roll beyond belief. Do you know when the conflict changes are coming? Yes, they are coming in Year 5 Season 1, which is coming out early June. So in just about a month, we will have the new reward structure in there, which is going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to that.
Helo arrived.
I've been pulsed. Well, that's not good. Hello. What's going on with you? Oh, what's going on with you? Should I be concerned? Let's get a new cooldown on the Seeker. What do y'all think you're doing? I'm gonna have to say no thanks on that. No!
Serious trauma detected.
Well, have fun with your stupid tardigrade. I didn't want it. I didn't want it. That's tough. Do I go? Alright, well, I can't let that stand. I gotta go back. I should have let him cut it. Well, I don't know.
Dog zone.
I didn't want to have to extract again. That was my
Agent in
thought.
need of backup.
Just trying to get him off of there.
Safe area entered. Helo is headed back.
It's alright, we'll make it right. Wait, didn't it say it extracted them? Oh yeah, added to the mailbox. They didn't even get it.
Hostile defender
Idiots, what are y'all thinking? You gotta cut that. Maybe they didn't have time after he was trying to revive. Well, I'm very stuck right there. It's tough. Well, I got it, so
Agent.
I'm not too concerned. But I'll try and finish the job.
Entering invaded dark zone.
Yeah, I delayed him long enough, which is what you got to do. So it was a success. I missed what you said, King, about the working out the kinks. Found my Elgato. Supposed to 1080. There is a lot of stuff to learn with that. Even still to this day, I'm trying to perfect all of those things. Jeez. So yeah, I feel you. How did one of those land by me? That was weird. Well, there goes your buddy.
Rogue agent neutralized.
Let's go. What you waiting for? Yeah? Oh, you had unbreakable. Oh!
System disrupted. System attack online.
There we go.
Serious trauma.
Next time, cut the rope before the extraction leaves.
Eliminated.
And maybe you'll have better luck. Mic drop. And now we'll go play some Conflict. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Oh!
Vital signs critical.
Well, I don't feel too bad about a checkpoint death there. And I'm definitely not going to go out while I'm getting checkpoint camped, so GG's to them. Alright, let's throw on the Conflict build. Gotta change the outfit to match, of course, because what kind of person would I be if I didn't? Let's hit it. We will do... I guess we'll see how this first game goes. Probably do at least 2 of them. This has been a fun stream, though. I appreciate everybody hanging out. And we hit 100 likes. Thank you all very, very, very much. As I said at the start, next week is going to be super fun with the Season 11 finale. I'm going to stream again on Tuesday, so that'll be much fun. I was thinking about just streaming straight off the PS5 like I did before. I was trying to add some spice to the streams. I have no experience with that kind of stuff. I think you can do it on Xbox as well, but I've never tried doing that. I do love my Elgato. I can attest to that. System corruption. There we go. Someone was asking about that earlier. Well, this will be interesting. Last question. Ask as many as you want, Pablo. I have no problem answering questions whatsoever. If I buy the season pass right now, will it also last for year 5, or do I have to buy it again in June? So, the way that those season passes work is that they are just for the specific season you're buying it in. So the season 11 pass would expire when season 11 ends in early June, because you're just buying the ability to get the premium rewards for season 11. Year 5 season 1 will have its own new I think they're just called premium pass, season pass, same thing. Every season has one, and they're $10. There isn't any kind of bundle you can get to get them in advance. You just have to buy them one off when the new season starts.
Neutralize all enemies before before you run out of reinforcements.
Sounds like I need a beer. Always, man. Ubisoft forward for sure. Cracks them open. I wonder if the castle settlement will be done with reconstruction since it'll be the last boss of year 4. My guess is it'll be done by year 5 season 2, because on the roadmap it just said season 1 and 2 will have
Explosive seeker mine.
the construction going on, but we'll see.
Hostile explosive seeker mine.
I see you two there. Don't think I don't. I'm kind of alone though.
Detected.
Is everyone else pushing up? Yeah.
Hostile defender drone. Detected. Rogue hive detected. Hostile hive detected.
Nick? Yeah, right here. We have a healer. I like it. That's how we do. Look at that teamwork. Look at that teamwork. Yeah, no problem, Pablo. Like I said, any questions you got, always feel free to ask them. And if you want to join our Discord server, the link is in the description of the stream. You can always ask. There's a lot of people in there willing to give help and stuff. You can ask any time of day.
Agent down.
Ooh, some of y'all are looking a little low. Peek up. You know you want to. You don't win those. I'm sorry. Oh, you got a friend though. Also don't win those. I'm sorry.
Boost online.
My boost is far. I don't know if that's worth going for. Wait, what happened over here? Someone's got to watch this.
Rogue explosive seeker mine.
Question is how long
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
until they forget and I can jump over and sneak attack them. That shouldn't hit me.
Rogue hive detected.
Do you think I could go now?
Hostile hive detected. Rogue defender drone detected.
Okay. Now they know I'm here.
Defender drone detected. Rogue stinger hive detected.
Is teammate getting the boost? Oh yeah.
Hostile stinger hive detected. The boost is being taken by allies.
Oh, I whiffed so hard.
Acquire the boost.
Get the res. I'm so dead, but I'll try and make it out.
Agent down.
Oh yeah. Get him, get him, get him.
Medical assistance needed.
Dang.
Agent down.
It was a ballsy play. I tried.
Signs, 0. An agent needs assistance.
Gotcha, King. Gotcha. I haven't even messed with any of that stuff. I need to though. I need to get like a start screen to transition screen, all that. How is this now tied up? You're smacking him. Well, hello. Hello. You don't have to be right in my... Oh, that was awkward.
System curtailed.
Didn't mean to EMP myself.
Serious trauma
Dang.
detected. Agent
They apparently found their own teamwork here. Some team synergy. Try and grab that.
About to claim the supply drop.
Rogue hive detected. Hostile hive detected.
One down.
Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker
I stuck that to him. That was an insane throw right there.
Supply drop being claimed by friendly.
Nice. Look at that clear out,
Specialization
people.
Supply drop has been claimed by an ally.
Oh, the good old rocket launcher that doesn't work at all.
You're halfway through the fight.
Hey, I'll just hit the tree. Oh boy, I didn't know there was one right there. Someone please shoot him. Dang. Well, I should not have pushed up.
agent killed.
Oh, he's got the pulse resist, so I can't even hit him with my pulse. Tough. It's still tied up. This is a good game.
Agent down.
I do have my rockets. If they push out, I could try and get a good little lock on. So you guys over there.
Boost about to come online.
Where's that unbreakable at? I'm using pulse build in here.
Boost now active.
So I've got spotter.
Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected.
That was clutch. I got the one that was grabbing it.
Hostile
Got
hive
two.
detected. The boost
Someone
is
gonna
being
come
taken
res?
by the enemy. An agent needs assistance. Allies are acquiring the boost. The
Here we
boost
go.
has been taken by allies.
Spotter OP. I don't know if I would say spotter is OP. I mean, since you have to give up the likes of unbreakable to use it, I'd say in that regard it's pretty balanced. And you can build a direct counter to it with pulse resist. Where's people at?
Agent down.
Almost had him right there.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh, why do you have to put in skills? You still died. There's no need for that.
Agent down.
You're running low on reinforcements.
Did everyone just die? My whole team just got wiped? It's not great. You guys don't see me. Yes, you do. There was no way I was getting out of that.
Agent down. Agent vital signs.
This is a very close game. This is fun. Watch out, Maple.
An agent needs assistance.
A specialization supply drop has been arranged for you. You're out of reinforcements. Hang in there.
Rogue hive detected. Hostile hive detected.
Friendly claiming the supply drop.
Grab that. Yep.
Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected.
Someone's got to watch the back
The specialization
gate,
supply
though.
drop was
I don't
just
want him
picked
jumping
up
over
by a
that.
friendly.
Honestly, King, this is a...
Agent down.
How'd he die? How did that guy just die? Someone shoot him there? King, this is a lucky round. Conflict is normally not this balanced or enjoyable. Unfortunately. But in Year 5 Season 1, there will be a good reason to play it with all the new stuff you can get from it. Oh, we got it down from that? That's going to be hard to push.
Immediate medical assistance.
One's down.
Agent down.
Time's almost up.
Boost online.
Dang.
Agent
That's
vital
tough.
signs 0.
Sweet, it is going great. It's been a fantastic stream. Got a good weekend coming up. Lots of great stuff. How you doing? That was Michael who gifted the membership. I don't know if he's still hanging around, but the legend himself did. He's always incredibly kind with that stuff. All we know for certain, King, is that
There are no more rogue
they're going to add in the ability to get shade experience from there. They've said they were considering targeted loot and exotic opponents, and I would guess that they will do both since they tease them.
Boost will soon deactivate.
But yeah.
You've been defeated.
There's Michael. Swede was saying thank you for the gifted membership. I did, Swede. I made a community post announcing the winners on that. Yeah, back over the weekend. So I appreciate everybody that entered. But yeah, those did get selected. All right, let's do one more. We'll do one more. I'll take a 9 kill. Our healer was putting in work. I was testing close and personal in the range with Striker and got 7 million damage, but such a risky build unless you use Memento. Range doesn't show the bust of the Memento. What is that gun that has it? The, what is that thing called? The named Honey Badger? Savage Wolverine. I love that gun. That talent is super good. Yeah, I had a build with it for a while that I think was using Striker or something. Savage, Striker, Memento, like Obliterate. Super strong build. You just have to be comfortable playing close like that. Yeah, for sure, King. And Conflict deserves it because its rewards are super weak, so I am hopeful that it goes through, and I'm, like I said, pretty sure that stuff will. I was wondering if there's a name version of that. Is that from the... Yeah, it's part of the Firewall field research. Close to the end of it. Definitely worth... I forget what the talent changes. If it's like... I can't remember. I think it... Maybe it gives you more range? Or it lasts for longer? I can check after this, but it's definitely good. He's talking about the close and personal, the Savage Wolverine. I forget what specifically it tweaks about the talent for being the name version. think it ups the damage a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't used it in a minute either, so I'll check after this. Last game, then we'll check that, and then we'll sign off. Michael coming in with the super chat. Get yourself a beer. Thanks for the stream. Favorite few hours on a Friday. As always, dude, incredibly kind of you. I will definitely go out later and do that. Thank you so much, man. As always, you know I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Where did you do the giveaway draw? I can't seem to find where it was. If you just go on my community tab and scroll, it was, I think I posted it on Saturday because I did it the day after the stream. I posted it there. I took all of the names of the people who entered with the Heartland code word and I put it into a generator.
Are spent.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected.
Close perfect is 38%, so it does up the damage, yeah. Which is why that gun is so good, because the Honey Badger is a great AR. I think it gets a bad rep. It's a good AR, and so for it to get that extra damage boost is really, really solid.
Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected.
One is down. Can we confirm that?
Rogue
Oh!
hive detected.
Well, hello to you too.
Hive detected. Vital signs critical. Agent down.
Operation How Long Can I Juke? Not long enough.
Incapacitated. Agent killed.
Yeah, I always try and tell people that, and I feel like they just don't care to hear it, is that the Honey Badger has the exact same stats as a Carbine 7. The difference is it has 5% higher base damage because it's missing one of the mod slots. So, Honey Badger, super underrated. I tried. There was nowhere I could go, though, when I was one shot like that. Oh, he's weak. Oh, and he's almost down. Dang it.
Vital signs critical.
He was absolute one shot.
Agent out of action. Agent down. Agent deceased.
Does it not also just have a tiny bit more recoil? Recoil I could not tell you. But as far as RPM and like all that stuff, those stats are the same. Recoil and like reload, I'm actually not sure. But as the same RPM, and it has, like I said, 5% higher base damage because it's missing that mod slot. I've never had trouble controlling it personally, but other people might, I don't know.
Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action.
Yeah, light him up right there. Wolf, what's going on? We're just having a chill Friday, talking, chatting, streaming. How you doing? Nice. Push him back.
Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile.
Why'd everyone go around, guys? We could have just pushed in right there and gotten him.
Vital signs critical. Agent down. Agent vital signs
Reload is faster. Gotcha.
0.
Digital, we were talking about the differences between the Carbine 7 and the Honey Badger because they actually share a lot of
The enemy is acquiring a boost.
stats. This guy's not dead yet? Oh my goodness, he's going off.
Down.
Well, they have the damage boost, so I don't want to push up too much.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected.
What's up, Tatter? How you doing, man?
Hostile.
When's the first day of year 5? We don't have an exact date. All they said was early June. I was saying earlier my speculated start date is June 6th. but that is not confirmed. We will find out in the coming weeks.
An agent needs assistance.
Sorry, you take it.
Agent down.
I'm trying to get this res. Theory Crafted, how's it going?
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah, it's coming up really soon. They said early June, so
Specialization supply drop.
if it's not June 6th, it'll be somewhere close to that. Oh, I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed.
Vital signs critical.
You tried.
Agent down. Rogue assault turret detected. Hostile assault turret detected.
Alright, I should just give up.
Agent down. Rogue restore hive detected. Hostile restore hive detected.
When they drop the new season system and DLC. Yeah, that's season 4, so way, way further out. What is the specialization? You have to do the firewall field research digital to get the named honey badger. I think it's like rank 5 or 6 you get it, so at the end of that track.
Hostile defender drone detected.
This is looking a little tough.
An agent needs assistance.
Not looking like great chances here. But we put up a fight. That's all you can hope to do. Got some sick new emotes. Yeah, you like them?
Hive detected.
And it spawn flipped on us. Yay! I'm just gonna sit there because there's no point fighting.
Is halfway done. The specialization
Gotta
supply
love
drop has
conflict,
expired. You
right,
missed out.
guys?
Agent down.
Spawn flips while we're still in there.
Assistance needed.
Makes sense.
Agent incapacitated.
But yes, I'm glad you like the emotes. They were. I worked on getting those up a month or 2 or 3 months back. Yep. Yeah, the member stuff is pretty sitched. I'm pretty happy with how all the member stuff is now. We got the 2 tiers, we got the rewards, we got all that. Yeah, so King, that's some of the like structural stuff with conflict that just doesn't make sense. Like the spawn flips are always really weird. The spawning system in general is really busted. You end up getting spawn camped a lot. A lot of stuff like that, unfortunately.
Agent down. Boost about to activate.
GG.
Serious trauma detected.
So what is the real reason to play this game mode at the moment? To waste time, play some PvP. There's not much incentive. Its only exclusive reward, I think, is the rock and roll shotgun. You get some cosmetic stuff too, but it's really just for fun. Need more conflict levels and apparel-like rewards. Well, there is an apparel set that you get for doing it. By going from rank 0 to rank 100 in conflict, you get an outfit, and you get, I think, a backpack charm and a patch. So that stuff is cool. But yeah, Year 5 Season 1 is going to greatly help conflict, give it some purpose to play with the new reward setup. How come we don't play DZ instead? Just different flavors. You know. I mean, ideally, the DZ would not be focused on PvP.
Hostile control point detected.
The original vision of the DZ was not to have it be a PvP brawl zone, but that's kind of what it's turned into. So, this is, now that I'm hearing it again, this is definitely new music they've added to the castle, and I like it a lot. Hang on. Now it's back. I think. I'm about to sign off anyway, so if it's gonna crap out, that's good timing. I don't know what happened there. OBS just had to reconnect. They're talking about the rock and roll. That's what we can get from there. Yeah, sorry about that. Not sure what that was. As I was saying, thank you very much for watching. That was a super fun stream. Had some good chats. Love it as always. Appreciate everybody's generosity as well. Jay Bernie, if you're still here, thank you for becoming a Heartlander. Super appreciate that. And yeah, as I've said a few times now, this coming week is going to be pretty sweet. We've got the season 11 finale. I'm going to be streaming that on Tuesday, so tune into that. Probably around the same time, maybe slightly earlier, but around 10 Pacific, 1 Eastern as usual. And yeah, plenty of great stuff coming up beyond that with Year 5 coming in very soon. As always, appreciate you all a ton very much for watching. Thank you for spending your time here. And thank you very much, Derpy. Yeah, thank you all. So, Derpy, Slack, Sweet, King, Lucas, Digital, Mallory, Theory, Nulls, Tatter, Michael, everybody that's in here, you know who you are, Ramon. Thank you all for spending your time, and I will see you very soon. Until the next one, guys, RogueGold, out.